This is not a gaming video, surprise surprise. But it is a video about the most embarrassing moment of my life. Having to up on stage with a crowd of over 900 people made me freak out. Get ready for some real cringe. It all started in the summer of 1969. No, I'm joking. It started with a pleasant field trip to a high school auditorium for just an assembly that turned into a real cringe fest. I was just sitting and watching the band do their thing, then out of nowhere my teacher comes and wraps this bracelet around my hand, and she said that I'll be good for something up on stage, and that was already bad news. The bracelet said cookie face, which I started to freak out about. Then the principal of the school I was going to go to said that kids with an orange-starred bracelet come up. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you, mine was an orange-starred bracelet. So I went up and saw some kids holding cookies, and it turned out that we just had to put the cookie on our forehead and try to get it down to our mouth, and this is the beginning of the cringe fest. I was told by my friends that it looked like I was limboing while I was trying to get the cookie to my mouth. This was a competition between schools and we won it because I got the cookie to my mouth in time. The good thing was that the stage was super bright, so I couldn't see each individual face of the 900 kids. Although we won, it wasn't a victory for me. Because first of all, I got a sock and a lollipop as my prize, and I had embarrassed myself in front of 810 people I didn't know. That other 90 is my school's amount of students in my grade that were there. As I went down, people were surprisingly cheering for me, and then I just see my friend looking at me in a weird way as I sat down. This day probably sucked, but it was worth sharing. Thank you for watching a video of me causing an entire cringe fest. Goodbye.